Alright guys, this is a trade recap. I didn't get to do this yesterday, unfortunately. I had a party out by me and I wasn't able to do it last night. It was just, honestly, it was a bit unbearable. But let's kind of go through it. So this was a break-even trade that I took. Pretty okay trade. Obviously you can see it's the wrong direction. But I'll kind of break down why I took it and where I was taking it to. Let's try this first. Yeah, let's just go in here, right? So on the hour, you can kind of see where we got. We're at this invert. We're at this order block, right? At that order block in there. We're also at this inverse, not inverse. Sorry, we're at this FEG in here. We're also closing in a gap, right? So I'm like, okay. So we're closing in the gap. We're in the FEG. Let's kind of look for potential longs to continue higher from this point. So let's kind of go back here. Onto the 1 minute is where you can kind of see the breakdown and understanding of what I'm talking about, which is in here, right? So what is it that we're looking at? Well, we come into form of liquidity, which was that which was that gap, right? Come into the gap, we push higher, we have breakups. In my opinion, I was seeing this as a breakup structure. Took bullish to continue higher. Alright. Now what are we looking at? Now we have this FEG in here. I don't trade FEGs, but it's a good way to look to see what price is doing. Right, so we have this, price comes in, fails to go higher, comes lower, sweeps the previous low. I'm using that as liquidity. Let me actually just change this color to FEG. No, type one. Right, so we come in, sweep that. So now I'm looking, alright, cool. We come in, we swap liquidity in here. We swap this low. It should have pushed us higher, but failed to do so. So we should be looking to continue higher. That's the thought process. How do we continue higher? Well, we have this inverse in here. Oh, come on. There we go. This inverse, let me just make that first color, boom. Right, so we have this inverse in here. Okay, so where do I enter? Enter on the close of this candle, which is pretty much around here. Close, stop below the candle that penetrated through. Target was 2 standard deviations of this sweep of liquidity. Oh, perfect. Yeah, somewhere up there is where I had it. 3R, yeah, 3.02. Great. So that's the trade. That's what I was expecting to happen. Now, I was going to take my first partials at this level. Why? Because from here, there's nothing left, right? Nothing at all. So anyways, so we hopped in. You can see the entry there for contracts. Entry, once we broke this high, which is pretty much the same candle, I went break even. And as you can see, the very next candle we came in, we swept the low of the previous candle, and we continued to tank. So this is a break-even trade. Great break-even trade, in my opinion. I think the way in which I was looking at price made sense. Again, this is the reaction trade. This isn't looking to swing for the fences per se, even though on the hour chart it looks like we can. But what I saw is that we had a super liquidity here. Alright, we have all this trend line liquidity. We swept it. Great. We have a massive dump off. So I'm looking for some form of a reaction. I probably shouldn't be looking to go higher than 50% of this. And as you can see, price didn't even come to the 50% of it. But I would already had some form of partials taken, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, that's essentially the trade. Break even, but it is what it is. I'm not upset about it. I think it was a decent trade. Probably I'd say a B trade for the time. And then there was absolutely nothing on the way back down. This is just very efficient, slow grinding price action. So yeah, that's a trade breakdown.